fashion lovers, welcome to another video. In today's video we'll be learning how to cut our pencil skirt with bust enlargement, and if this is what you would love to learn, kindly stay tuned and watch to the end. And if today is your first time coming across my video, you are welcome, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Here in my channel we share tutorials and all things fashion for women and for kids, and if this is what you've been interested in, kindly subscribe to our channel. And to my returning subscriber, I really appreciate your love and support. Thank you once again, and let's go straight into drafting of this skirt. All right, to draft this skirt, I've gone ahead to gum my paper together to make the length of my skirt, the full length of my skirt. Then I created 1 inch allowance at the top area, then divide them into two so that I can have my front and back by the side of each other. All right, the next thing is to come to the midpoint, then measure my hip divided by 4. So I will do that to each side, like to the right and to the left. So I rule it across, as you can see here. That's what I did here. So we have our center front, our side front, and our side back, and our center back and our center front as I labeled it here. All right, the next thing is to take the full length of our skirt, and mine is 42. I will add an extra 2 inches to make up for my heels, and and for my heels, because this is a beaded lace, I'm not adding allowance to it, so I just added 2 inches to make up for my heels. So the next thing is to come to the center and mark my hip line, which is 10 inches. I will do that across and rule it. Okay, right now we have our line ruled, and this is the hip line here, which I've written it down. The next thing is to come up and come down from the hip line by 3 inches. So I'll go up 3 inches from the hip line. Just place your tape, mark 3 inches up and mark 3 inches down. So I will do it on the other side, both front and back, then rule the lines together. All right here I've ruled the lines. As you can see, I've connected the 3 inches up and down. So the next thing is to come up to our waistline and measure our waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So we are doing that on the front. Just place your tape at the center front by the side and measure your waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch, that allowance. Okay, so for the back, I marked the same waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch, that, and rule it. But there was an adjustment to the back part, so just watch closely what I'm doing. Okay. All right, so after we've connected them together, the next thing is to mark our dart point. So on the front part, I'm going to measure what I have there, then find the midpoint to place our dart there. So you can either find the midpoint of what you have there, or you use your nipple to nipple measurement, but this is the best way. Just measure what you have and mark the midpoint, and go out and come in by ½ inch on both sides. That's 1 inch dart. So we can now find our dart leg. For the front, I'm using 4.5 for the dart leg, so I'll mark it, then connect it as you see it here. Next thing is to work on the back as well. So I'll just take the dart, and just the way I did at the front, I'll find the midpoint. Then after finding the midpoint, I will go out and come out by 0.5 as well. Then the dart leg for the back will be 5.5. So you can use 5 inches or 5.5, but I'm using 5.5 to do the dart leg. So I'll connect it like that. Okay, the next thing is to come to the front piece and go up by the waist by 0.5 and mark it. Then I'm really sorry, that side didn't show. On the center front, we also come down by 0.5 inches around that side, then we mark it, and we close our dart to connect that waistline together. I'm really sorry you were not seeing that the other side part, which I come down. Just come down by the center front by 0.5 and connect the 3 lines together like this, like the dart side, which you have covered, to the waistline, which we went up by 0.5. So we connect them like that. I hope you understand what I did there. All right, the next thing is to take our knee measurement. So for me, I'm using 21. My actual knee measurement is 24, and trust me, you don't want it to be there. So it's advisable you come up by 2 inches from your normal knee length. So that's what I'm doing there. So I'm marking 21 on all lengths side on the both front and back. So I'll connect the line horizontally together like this. Okay, the next thing is to come to this side on the knee line, like the side front. So just follow the midpoint. So we are going to connect our pencil we want it to be. So for me, I'm using 1.75. You can use 2 inches if you want it really pencil, and for me I'm using 1.75. You can also use 1 inch if you don't want it to pencil on your body. So this is what happened here. So I'll connect it to the first 3 inches I came down by. Don't forget we went down from our hip line by 3 inches, so that's the first horizontal line there. So 1.75, I've written it down there for you to know what I did there. So for the back, just like I said initially, that I almost forgot that we are doing butt enlargement. So I took 1.75, but then I later changed it in such a way that it will help us enlarge our butt. So ignore this part. When we get to the back, I will still separate the front from the back so that I'll be able to explain properly what I did on the back piece. All right, okay, I hope you understand. Okay, the next thing is to come to the hem of the skirt and take the same 1.75. so that's what I'm marking. I also do that at the back, but don't forget I said you should ignore what I'm doing at the back. So the 1.75, we take it straight from the knee to the length of the skirt. So to balance that, I will just come to the mid area to take down 1.75 just for it to align, then bring my ruler to make it straight from there. Alright, after doing that, I'm going to use my scissors to separate back and front for us to be able to separate it and work on the back separately. Okay, this is our front piece, and can you see I went down by 0.5. So I'll close the dart and use my tape to hold it and cut it like that on my fabric. When I want to cut it on fabric, I'm not going to open the dart up, but if you like, you can also open it up and sew it. But I don't like sewing my dart and seeing it on my skirt, so I will just close it like this. Or better still, don't add that or put that there. So don't put the dart allowance or add the dart there. And I'll be cutting it using the 0.5 I went down in. So don't forget the lines you curve out. The 0.5 you came down and the one you went up. So that side that will form that curve, that's the part we are cutting away. And the next thing is to cut the other places, which is the hem and the sides of it. And our front piece is ready from here. We can now work on the back piece separately, where we work on the butt enlargement. So watch where I'm cutting on the front piece. Alright, the next thing is to work on the back, and this is what it looks like. But don't forget I said that we're not supposed to bring down 1.75 and that of the waist side and the dart. So I'm cleaning it off, but my pencil was too thick, so I was unable to rub it off clearly such a way that it won't be visible again. So I just want you to know that I'm cleaning it off. Just imagine that we have a fresh paper where our full length has been marked, our hip line has been marked, and the 3 inches we went up and came down by has been marked, okay? And the lean line has been marked. So that's what we are supposed to start working by, okay? I just hope you understand me. Okay, so after labeling all the parts, the next thing is to, by this side, we go in by 0.5, and this other side we are going to go inward by 1.5. So the thing is, we are dividing that 1.75 into 2. So we are bringing the smallest part to the side back and the bigger side to the center back. So that's what I'm doing there. So 1.75 means I'll be putting 0.5 by the side and 1.25, sorry, I'm putting 1.25 on the other side. So this is what I'm doing, and I connected it to the first 3 inches we came down by. I hope you understand what I explained. You can rewatch if you don't get that part. So on the full length as well, I will do the same. Go inward by the side back by 0.5. So you can watch what I'm doing now. So 0.5. Then on the center back, that side I place the tape, I'll go in by 1.25. So I'm connecting it straight to the knee length, as you can see it here. Also, don't be confused because 0.5 will be what we are taking away. So I'm connecting it here. So the initial line that I took, 1.75, that's the line you are still seeing there. So don't be confused, please. So I've connected it straight to the knee length as well. I made the 0.5. So the one I start out is not the line we are working with. Alright, so I almost missed this part. So on the waistline of the back, I will go inward by 0.75, then mark it and connect it to the first 3 inches we went up by. So connect it this way before we now take our measurement from there for the waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So please don't be confused. This was what we are supposed to do first before doing the one I just explained. So we can now measure our waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch that allowance, then mark it. So we are connecting that waist divided by 4. We are connecting the lines to the first hip line. As you can see, I'm really sorry it's not really showing that part, but that's what happened. All right, the next thing is to take our dart and we measure what we have on our waistline. We divide it by 2, then go down by our dart length, which is 5.5, then mark our dart, which is 1 inch, and that will be 0.5 on both sides, and I'll connect them together like this. Okay, so after we've connected it, don't forget that the first that you are still seeing is the initial one I did, because I forgot that we are doing both enlargement. So the other waistline that I've connected before is still showing there, but I placed star on it for you to know whenever you see it. Okay, so alright, to enlarge our butt, we'll be slash opening on the hip line. So it's not from the side back, we are doing that on the center back. Please, I almost forgot, because so I almost used my scissors to cut. I actually cut it, but I got it back. So that's not the place we are supposed to slash, because the side back is not where the butt is, so it's the center back that we have the butt. So I've slashed it. So you are not slashing it to the hand, you are slashing it to a bit tip, let's say 0.25 left by the side back. So after slashing it up, I'll place a plain paper below it, then tape it to make it stay in place before I move the upper one to the length that I want. So we are going up by 1.5 to enlarge the butt. Okay, so we are placing the tape around here where I place my tape, then we go up by 1.5, then bring the upper part to it, then tape it down with our paper tape. We cannot bring our ruler to even that side out to make it align with the down part. I hope you understand that. Alright, another thing I didn't mention is we need to close our dart before performing this. So I've closed my dart here using tape. So before I started taking the slashing of 1.5 up, so this is how to do it. You close your dart just the way I closed the dart for the front earlier. So after doing that, we can now take our 1.5, then do what we did earlier. Okay, the back piece is ready now, and we can now add our zipper allowance to this side. Because we have enough space there, we can actually do it on the paper before we take it to the fabric. Then we can now cut. Then don't forget to cut your fabric in 2, and that of the front you cut on fold when cutting it on your fabric. Alright, you remember we went up and came down on our waist by at the front, so we'll repeat the same thing on the back as well. So you come down by 0.5 and go up by 0.5. so on the side back you go up by 0.5, then on the center back you come down by 0.5. Then connect your waist like we did at the front and add the allowance needed on the waistline. So you add 0.5 allowance to it, so that will be all, and then we can now cut it. So I've added my zipper allowance. So while cutting on your fabric, you add the sewing allowance for this side, the waist and the hem. If you are not working with beaded lace, you add allowance to it at the hem. That will be all for drafting of this pattern. I hope this is helpful. I hope you'll be trying it, and don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to my channel if you've not done so, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.